Dag nabbit. Welcome back, everyone. Time now for our midweek mental health boost. When you're feeling mad or frustrated, you may catch yourself letting out a curse or two or more.
So don't let yourself get caught up in feeling really guilty about it, because occasionally adding those words into your vocabulary might be good for your mental health. Joining us to talk about this is our friend Dr. Laura Saunders, a psychologist at the Institute of Living. So you're saying this is like healthy when you can't help it and these bad words come out because something really upsetting just happened?
Yes. Hello, friends. Happy Wednesday. And Scott, the control room's a little nervous. You're going to let loose on some.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, you shall not do that on TV. That's not good for anyone's health.
No.
So yes, there, I came across this article recently and I thought it was really interesting about the use of swearing, about how swearing actually can increase pain tolerance and how it really is seen as an emotional release. These are researchers that are into emotions and have done some research on how swearing increases your pain tolerance.
I notice when I get mad, they just come out. Is that a natural occurrence? Because when I'm normal, they don't come out.
Yeah.
Yes, and I think it has to do with emotional arousal, right? When your emotional arousal's high, right? I've been saying, people are doing spring projects. They're going to be doing things. They're going to be frustrated. They're going to bang their finger with the hammer. They're going to stub their toe, and they're going to do all sorts of things. And when your emotional arousal is high in that pain response, people resort to swearing because it actually, has some benefits to help you get through it.
Okay, so basically they studied this, and not only did it help with pain tolerance, is it kind of like the tea kettle? It's boiling, and then it comes off. Does it help us literally let off steam when we drop a few bad words?
So that's a great analogy, is, the tea kettle. It's like the boiling pot releasing the steam. Yes, it's emotion regulation, right? So you burst through some really intense emotions, and you do it through swearing. And so, it's emotion regulation is exactly what that is, releasing the steam off the pot.
Okay.
Now, we have been conditioned our whole lives to not say curse words because they're bad for us. I mean, I'm going to wash your mouth out with soap and this and that. But every now and then, I guess it's okay to sneak one in. And
I'd like
not in front of my mother.
To clarify that there's a difference between swearing at someone and swearing because of a situation, right? We all, especially if we're driving by ourselves and someone cuts us off, we all do that kind of thing. That's a release, but that's very different than swearing at someone. So it's just being mindful of the setting that you're in. But sometimes a few good swear words really just releases that tension and helps you better regulate your emotions.
I mean, sometimes we swear without saying it out loud. Does that still help?
So what the research study showed is that also actually using alternative words like fudge is not as gratifying as actually using the actual swear words. So I think saying it internally might be you actually controlling it more, but it's not as beneficial as the full release.
Okay. So just to be clear, if my teens are watching, you're not advocating people go dropping bombs all the time, but that there is some, when we do this, I just think when I stub my toe, that definitely is when a bad word comes out. Generally, I don't like to swear a lot, but for sure, a bad word.
I can count on my hands the times.
I have to be really mad or I'm in pain, but this is interesting. It comes out because my body wants to get rid of the pain.
Right. And so that's the connection. It's the heightened emotion, and the swearing is the actual release. It's the regulation of that emotion. It's sometimes like a redirection of focus. So in those particular circumstances, that's very different than using, swear words as part of your day-to-day vocabulary. That's a whole different thing. And that I don't like that either. So, but it's just that the therapeutic use of swearing can actually be beneficial for you.
And it says
the therapeutic use of swearing. I love it. That's hysterical.
Swearing can also provide a sense of solidarity.
Is that like when teens are all saying the same word?
What does that mean?
Yeah, I mean, I think it helps you feel connected. Like sometimes, it's just like you just let out it's something, you stub your toe, you bang your hand, you just kind of let out a swear, and it's like, I just feel better. I feel more connected. I feel more connected to life around me. I just had this big release.
I'm about to say a curse word.
Don't do that.
I'm not.
The hands are on the buttons now. So we can't, obviously, in certain situations, you're going to have to use your emotional regulation, because you could be a lot more upset when a bad thing happens for swearing, either on TV or in a business meeting or someplace else. But if you're doing it at home, the message I'm getting is don't feel so guilty. It's kind of natural.
Yeah. We'll call it the therapeutic use of swearing. If you are in a situation where there's high emotional arousal and you need to release, go ahead. But again, that's different than releasing on someone or at someone versus just using it as an emotional release.
Well, H.E. Double Toothpicks, it was good to see you.
Thank you for having me. Have a great day.
You too.
You too, Dr. Laura. All right, coming up next on Great Day Connecticut, if you love home design and supporting local charities,